All right, guys, welcome back to the 57 Thunderbird build project. This thing, like I said in my last video, has been a hurry up and wait project. Finding parts, you find them and you wait 2 weeks, you put it in, find out something else is wrong. So luckily, I was able to find a hose for the master, or the brake booster. Soft line is what was causing the no brake or no fluid situation in the car. I was able to find one online. It took a little while. And then finally got it, put it in. Tried bleeding brakes. The hose at the axle was bad too. Great. So I was like, okay, ordered that hose and said, yup, do the fronts right away too. Tired of waiting. It is what it is. Might as well. I was hoping that these would be good because honestly, the quality of those from the 70s are better than the stuff now. So in the process, the brakes are done. All the new soft lines, as you can see, it's on its pause. I had to take the rear pinion apart. The seal was leaking and ordered a seal, got the wrong one. Didn't know 57 to 60 is different than any other Ford 9-inch. 57 was the first year of the Ford 9-inch, and the first 3 years was a different style and different seal, different design than 61 to now. Or, so different. So that was a learning curve for me. I learned, and actually I could show you real quick because it is kind of cool. Just 57 being the first year. So I could show you that real quick. It was kind of funny, kind of cool little setup. All right, so I'm working on the 57 Thunderbird rear end. Oil seal was leaking. Now, 57 was the first year of the Ford 9-inch. So when I ordered the wheel, the seal, I figured it was typical regular old 9-inch, which is like this. It sits on the face, or goes into the face of the rear end. I did not realize 57 to 60, the first 3 years of the Ford 9-inch, the whole seal, tight in here. The whole face comes out like that. So you got two different styles. This one sits up against the face, and this one is direct, the whole face. Didn't know. Ordered the wrong part, great, because I didn't know. So I was looking at it, I was like, how the heck does this come out? And there's nothing on the internet about a 57 to 60, like how you get it out. Well, it's just thin steel. So it's the easiest thing I did, just pop a screwdriver through it, poof. Give it one quick jerk, and the sucker goes flying at 100 miles an hour across your shop, spewing oil all over the floor. And then leaks all over the floor. So you gotta hurry up and get your drain pan under there. But yeah, so 57 to 60, Thunderbird and Ranchero had this style Ford 9-inch. But everything else, as far as taking it apart, is the same. Take your nut off, take your yoke off. This one actually came out easy. There was no pounding or banging. It just slid right off. And then it's the seal. Because when you look at it, it looks confusing. Like, what? You're expecting something like this, like a transmission or a disc brake, same style. It's not the same. So now you know. 57 to 60. Screwdriver, pop her through, pry it, and she flies like an airplane across your shop. Oh. All right, back at her. Now I gotta order the right parts. Great, more waiting. So yeah, it was pretty easy. Just like any other pinion, as far as putting it back together and everything, not a big deal. Next was, I finished up the brakes. Had brakes. It was working. I moved it. First time it moved on its own in 35 years. In the process of this, it really didn't have very good brakes. The booster wasn't boosting. So odds are the piston in the booster is stuck. And then I believe, well, yes, it's got to be the diaphragm in the booster is also bad. Because you hit the brakes, you can hear hissing, vacuum leak, and the engine revs and doesn't stop. Doesn't like to stop, barely stops. A little scary. But I was able to take it outside, move it around, clean up my shop from all the leaks, or all the mess I made, getting the engine unlocked and everything. But also changed the U-joints in the drive shaft. There was one bad. Changed both right away. Still had the factory Spicer U-joints from 57. So that's kind of cool. Needed done. And then in the last video, I also said, we noticed, and the customer noticed, the pulleys and the harmonic balancer wobbling. So I imagine the 35 years it was sitting, the tension on the belt, caused the balancer to slip on the rubber, and now it's crooked. And those things are unobtainium. And if you find them, they're absolutely ridiculously priced. I found one online. I was searching for a while. I found one online. It was an updated version, $2,400. I knew. So luckily, I was able to find a company out of California, small business. They rebuild them. Awesome. So you take what you got, you ship it to them, they rebuild it, they send it back. So you're looking at 3 weeks. So next step, taking this out. That's coming out. I had to order special tools for this because Thunderbird, why? It only came in Thunderbirds, this style of harmonic balancer. And why they did, I don't know. 312 is a 312. It's not like this one's any more horsepower than the other 312s in the 50s. So Thunderbird only, special tool. I'm gonna take it out. I'll get you in, kind of show you. Yes, So yeah, the booster, that's gotta come out. Yeah. Ordered the parts, I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, the balancer. So yeah, it's crooked and it's wobbly. I'm gonna pop that out, so take the shroud out. It's easy. There's like 6 bolts. Comes out in 2 pieces, top, bottom. Perfect opportunity though. Clean it up, paint it. Clean up the fan, paint it. Take the fan off, pulley off. Clean up the radiator, paint it. I think, just from the looks of it, I might get lucky and can get the tool in and the balancer out without taking the radiator out. But we'll see. I don't know, never done it. We'll find out. So I'm going to get into that and tear it out. It should go easy. Soak the bolts. I mean, those should come out easy. I'll get into that. And this booster, unobtainium. Very expensive for a replacement, but they do make a rebuild kit. Found 2 companies. One's a Thunderbird company and one Classic Auto, I believe. Had the kits. Well, one of them was out of stock and like no projected future having another one. I did find the other company had one left. Like, immediately grab it. I gotta have it. Otherwise, we're SOL. So I get to learn how to rebuild one of these. That's gonna be interesting. These are about $1,000. Rebuild kits, 300. A little over 300, but so that'll be coming in. I'm waiting for that part. I ordered it immediately, so it's coming, and that'll be an interesting one to learn and show. So I'm going to get into this, start tearing this apart. I got to get that out so that harmonic balancer can go to California, and I'll show you how it's different than the other 312 ones and why. I don't know why they did that just for Thunderbirds. They just had to be different apparently. So I'll get into this, I'll get this apart, and I'll show you. Yeah, so it's all off. So as you see, took a little bit of tapping to get everything off the water pump neck. And then I lied. Could get it out with 4 bolts, take it out in one piece. Took the fan off first. Yeah. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if I'm gonna. I might have to take the radiator out. Won't know until I get the tool in there. I gotta get the crank bolt out, and again, hopefully I can get it without it just wanting to roll the engine over with it. So we'll see. It's going to be a close one. So I gotta get that bolt out, take the big old washer on that's on the bolt off, put the bolt back in, get the tool ready, try to pull this out. See how it goes. So that actually went surprisingly well. Jammed a pry bar down in here up against the water pump, and it wasn't very tight. Bolt come out pretty easy. So yeah, we take the washer off. That's what holds it in place. Put your bolt back in, and this goes for any harmonic balancer you're taking off. Take the bolt and washer out. Take the washer out, put the bolt back in. Because your puller needs to push against your bolt. You don't want it pushing against the threads in your crank, because you can mar up and ruin the first 1 or 2 threads of your crank. So put this in, it'll push against the bolt. You're not ruining nothing. So next is to get the tool in here. I'll pop that out, and I'll again show you the difference. Okay, and after 389 turns of the wrench, it's finally out. So the tool, spiffy little tool. It'll take a little bit to get out, but anyway, the difference between these Thunderbird and on the other is the Thunderbird. These things are riveted on. The others are bolted. The other difference is this part here. It's got 2 slots. That's what you need the special tool for. to get in here to sit in those 2 slots, as where the others, there's bolts you can use. You put bolts in, it sits flat up against here, and that pulls it out. So this is different. Why? I don't know. Like I said, Thunderbird just had to be different, apparently. Hopefully. I wonder if there's a little lip there. Maybe it'll be okay. It wasn't leaking, so that's a seal, so it should be all right. Get out of there. Yeah. Get out of there. So, yeah, I mean, yes, it was kind of a pain in the butt to get into. It's very tight. And, you know, I could have made this tool. But, you know, this one's, you know, proven to work. Could have probably just made one out of flat stock steel that fit in that slot in there. Drilled my own, you know, but figure the time it would have taken to make one. Well, why not? It was like $90 for that tool. And there's a tool to put it back on too. I just bought it right away when I bought that one because it takes a certain thread and pit. It's fine thread, and I just didn't want to mess nothing up. You mess that crank up at all, and you know, you're screwed. The engine is no bueno. Now you're talking rebuild, tear it apart. But it is what it is. Bolts back out. Don't want to lose none of this. And now this little guy gets to go on a trip to California. So if we can get some decent light here, it's hard to tell. There's rubber in here. And you can see there's a gap difference all the way around. The gap's smaller there than it is there. And so it wobbles. So they'll take all this apart. They'll make sure these are straight. They take this apart, press it off, and put new rubber in, press it all back together. They might even fix this and smooth it all out real good. We don't know. They said they completely rebuild them. So, Thunderbird only. Goofy little thing. So now, that's done. I'm going to start cleaning things up. Radiator get painted up. That stuff will get painted up. And I'm not going to start this until I get to rebuild. It's like super easy to take out. 2 bolts, connector. Take out my soft line I already put in. Block off the brake line from the master so it doesn't leak all over. And then we'll get into that next. So I got to get this out the door. Next, you probably see this. It'll be on a table. All right. Sorry about the mess here, guys, but it's been a busy day. Me and Todd, Todd was here earlier helping out with some other stuff and working on vehicles because, don't want to break that open. But we were working on this, the booster for the Thunderbird, taking it apart. Todd was curious, too, about how it all comes apart, goes together. And, I mean, this part's already done. Doing it like one piece at a time. I was going to do a full video of this, but there's a lot of working pieces, a lot of stupid stuff. So kind of taking pictures of certain things as we go. Certain things go certain ways, and it's kind of goofy. Still haven't taken this part apart itself yet, but it's pretty straightforward. Plunger, seal, spring. Couldn't get this off, so I got to work on that. But a bunch of the new parts, pieces, stuff. So Todd was helping with this. We were messing with it as we were waiting for parts for other stuff, and it's been fun. He had to go. He thinks he was hoping to go get his truck from another shop that's been helping him with some stuff. You know, I don't know what. Some dude's helping him. Some guy, his mom's trying to get in his pants or something like that. And, you know, I don't know. What's the girl version of keep it in your pants? I don't know. But kind of reminds me of a song. Jump around, jump around, jump up. Yep. Anyway, it's a joke. It's funny. But I talked to Todd. I told him maybe just bring your truck here. It'd get done a lot faster. Work on it while we're working on other stuff. He can still make money. You know, so he's thinking about it. But, so next step with this thing, I got this done. Spring stays. It goes with the new seal. And you got it, yeah. I'm not going to show everything, but it's got the new spring, the new thing, and whatever. So, yeah. Again, I'm not really going to do, I'm just not. There's too much going on. These are being a bear. The 2 outside nuts, and who knows. Well, I'll get them off. I gotta. If anything, I don't have to take this one out. Oh, yeah, I do. There's a seal on the inside. Never mind. So it's got to come out. I just got to figure out how. And I guess these are a real bear to get out because of the cast. But, anywho's, we'll see. I'm going to get the majority of it done. And I think I'll just take pictures and kind of show the little guy, little Todd, how it all went together. Unless he comes back tonight. I don't know. He said something about maybe coming back if he does bring his truck here. So, we'll see. Anyway, all right. There we go. And this is no fun. No, I think, because it, like, shops that do these, Mustang shops and specialty shops, it's like $300 just to rebuild one of these things. $300 just for the kit. So, I now know why. And I still got to hone this out and everything. I had to buy hones for this also. So, there you go. Okay, and get back to work. Because, yeah, I'm going to finish this because I don't want to lose my brain here. See you guys later. All right, so the brake booster's all back together again. Fully rebuilt, all done. I think the hardest part was actually getting this back together with the big spring and diaphragm in there and getting this shut tight and a nut on. That was the hardest part. The rest of it went easy. I mean, like I said, it's just keeping track of everything. And it's 2 days later, I'm done. And it wasn't hard, really, remembering where everything went. So now it's just I'm going to paint it up. It looks like crap. Might as well. Paint up the bracket, clean it up good, paint it. I was able to get the ends, the 2 big nuts off of each side. 1 3/8 socket and 1 3/4 socket. Just hit them with the impact. It popped right out. Couldn't do it otherwise. Just impact them. So it's ready. Got some of the ports. I got to plug one more port. I got plugs and ports. Ready for paint. I'm going to get her painted up. It's hotter than Satan's balls outside, but paint will dry fast. So, I'm going to get this painted up. All right, there we go. It's in. All painted up. Looking nice. Looks better. So, all bolted in. 4 bolts. Easy peasy. Got all lines hooked back up. And just going to start bleeding and getting some fluid going. Can't really I'm not doing a full brake bleed again until I have a helper inside the vehicle. So that when I bleed them, I can also check the pressures of each drum, because this one was getting more than that one, and you know, so I can back everything, just get them right. It'd just be easier with 2 people. So that's it. Now we wait for the harmonic balancer to get back. It's still in California. I haven't got word that it's done, so we wait. I can't wait till that comes in, because I can't wait to get this back out and in the driveway, moving around, and hopefully it's ready to go for the customer, because this has been way too long. So, we'll see as soon as I get that harmonic balancer back. Now the harmonic balancer is in. And I'll tell you, I mean, the right tool for the job really goes a long ways. There was some finessing involved, getting it lined up and getting it ready, getting it started. You had your little wobble, 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 tighten, wobble, wobble, tighten. But pretty simple, and pretty simple stuff. This runs into the crank. This is a bearing. Use the big old washer that's on the harmonic balancer nut itself, or bolt, on here. You run it in just until it seats. Take it back out, put the nut back, or the bolt back on. And again, just like taking it off, stuck a rod in there, tightened her up to torque spec. And then, so that's ready. Bonus. And I just got to throw the shroud in, and we're into her. I'm going to get that done real quick. And man, I'm looking forward to getting this thing fired up. And poof, she's back together again. Now, this is all painted, done. Kind of a pain in the butt. Make sure you line it all up good. And fellers, with straight blades, you can put the fan in the wrong way. Make sure, you know, spinny, spinny, blow, sucky. But it's not in the wrong way, by the way. But everything's together. I just got to tighten up the belt. It was loose before. But I'm not going to do that yet, because look at how crooked that is. I'm going to see if I can adjust that the right way first. I mean, before it leaves here. I'm not worried about it right now. I'm going to assume that's why it was loose when it first came, is because, you know, didn't want to be jumping. But developed a leak in the coolant line, so the lower hose is leaking. As I was spinning the water pump and stuff, getting this feller on, it started leaking. So I tightened it up, still leaking. So we're gonna have to order a new one. I'm sure it's just, yeah, she's crispy. So it's just old. So I'll order a new line, which sucks because, you know, the whole system's full. Now I gotta add again. But it's ready to fire again. And I believe the battery has enough juice to do the thing, to start it. So we're gonna try that. We'll see in just a second. So we're gonna get ready to start her. I don't know. I think I changed shirts. Oh, this one's green too. Yeah, in the process of the leak, I tried getting on the ground and, you know, like tightening up the clamp, and I got soaking wet. But green, green, green. I got, I don't know, half a dozen of all these. We're gonna see if this thing will fire. It's been a while. I think she'll be just fine. Hopefully the battery will hold up. Get some gas flowing. Gas is flowing. Come on, old girl. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, did I flood it? Aw, maybe I flooded her. Finicky little girl. So sure enough, me not thinking, I forgot how fussy this little lady is. She does not like you to pump the gas at all. One little half throttle, fire. She goes. I forgot. So here I am like Michael Jackson, beat it song, pop, 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 trying to get her going. I flooded her. But she just fired off. We'll see, I gotta let her run out, get all the gunk back out. I flooded it. This thing really does not like, you don't have to pump it at all. I mean, you could probably fire it without pumping it. But one little half pump, fire, boom. So she's just gonna have to sit and idle a little bit. Yep. Yeah, she really didn't like that. But what do you do? I forgot all about it. Now that I think back on it, even when I let Todd start it the one day, I said, just tap it, tap, fire. So we'll let her run this out. And I don't know. Can't let it run too long. Everything looks good. But now with the leak, maybe I could just let it idle, get warm, and snug them clamps back up. I don't know. It didn't leak before. So we'll see. What do you do? Still not happy. Not happy. But I also kicked off the high idle and the choke. Well, that's a little better. It's not missing now. It's got a little bit of an exhaust leak, but again, needs to be drove. And well, gotta make sure that the engine's gonna be fine. I don't know whether the owner is gonna actually drive it before they take it in. He keeps talking about taking it in for paint. I don't know if he's gonna drive it first for a while. But the exhaust manifold leak is something we can address later. Just gotta get it on the road. She's still missing a little bit. But that could just be my heavy foot. So probably got to adjust the idle a little bit. Idle it up. So I was messing with the idle and all that stuff when I had it running and moving the first time. Just trying to get it to move around when the booster was leaking. So I assume I'm going to have to idle it up a little bit again. I don't know where I put my screwdrivers. I'll have to find that. Not a huge deal. I never touched the timing. Timing is perfect on it. I checked it prior last time. Timing was dead on. I never even had to mess with none of that. I just had to clean up the points and adjust those a little bit. But now it's just going to be the idle adjustment and we'll go from there. I think she'll be good. It's already dark outside. Gets dark early now again, so it'll be tomorrow. I'll take it outside and I will see how it's stopping. I'll have to get a hold of somebody, help with these brakes, but There's circulating juice. I just gotta tighten everything up again and see what he does. So my video editor's being weird, so editing videos is gonna be a little hard as far as cutting and stopping, but so you're gonna see me walking back and forth a little bit. I gotta figure that out. But it seems good. Again, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little bit of blow by. That's probably just rings. She needs to run. So, otherwise sounds pretty good. I don't know. We'll see. But, all right, we'll get back into this. I don't know. Tonight, tomorrow? Who knows? She's running though. Okay, so it's been a second. I finally got my helpers here, and oh goodness, this is going to be a little bit more interesting than I thought it was going to be. I got Brooklyn, my little sweet Brooklyn, and her friend,
and my dog.
She's not so sweet, not so sweet Mariah. And I'm going to let them bleed the brakes. And already trying to explain righty tighty lefty loosey has been something else. Brooklyn used to help, but she was always the one that was in the vehicle pumping. So now I'm going to show these two pump, 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 hold, and one of them is going to loosen them. Brooklyn's going to do the rear, Mariah's going to do the front. They both get to control the pedal and do loosey, goosey, all that stuff. And this is going to be interesting. But you know what? At the end of the day, these girls are going to have to show their boyfriends how to do this, because
men can't do it anymore.
Yeah, people are clueless. So if I could teach these guys how to do it so they can eventually show their boyfriends, great. So we're actually going to get in this, and I'm going to let them, I'm going to have Mariah on the pedal, Brooklyn on the brake, and see if she can figure it out, and, you know, explain to them how you do it. Passenger side rear, driver side rear. Passenger side front, driver side front. Closest to, or furthest to closest. So I'll explain it. And we'll see if I can get these two to actually do it the right way. So we'll see. All right, okay, so Mariah, you're gonna be on the pedal first, and you do 5 pushes. Push, 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 hold. Five pushes and hold, right? Hold it. She's gonna break the bleeder loose, and you're gonna feel the pedal drop. Do not let go until she tightens it, and she's gonna say okay, and then she's gonna say pump, and you pump 5 times. Hold, right? You got it? Don't let go of the pedal until you hear her say okay. If she don't say okay, be like, hey, can I pump again? If you know. So you're on the pedal first, you're on the bleeder first. We got to go through this. We can't mess this up. This is a 57 Thunderbird. You'll never work on one again.
That is true.
All right, so let's try it. All right, Brooklyn.
I'm just scared this thing is going to fall.
Oh no, you're going to be okay. So Brooklyn, you're on. So what's next?
Pump. I'm still holding this brake. Yep,
Pump.
You can pump it.
Pump it 5 times and hold it.
2, 3. Okay. Got it.
Pull towards it, yep. Whoa, tighten. Tight. Yep. So now what do you say?
Pump. Okay.
Now watch for air. Yep, a little bit more. See the air pocket?
Yeah.
All right, a little bit. Loosen it again. Loosen. There you go. Tighten it back up. Now pump again, right?
Pump.
Well, that was a big air pocket.
It was. Holy shit.
All right.
Again.
Yep.
Please don't do that again.
Tighten it. Now tell her one more time.
Pump. Peas.
All right, no air. Tighten her up. Give it a good snug. There you go. Now we'll go to the next one.
I've never had some.
All right, girls, you ready? We're going on the driver's side.
Hurry.
So, pump 5 times.
Yes.
Backwards this time.
That's so weird.
I know. It's backwards.
It is. It's ass backwards.
All right. You can tighten it up.
Pump.
This time, let it go a little bit more. Give it a good, let it squirt really good. Oh, yeah. Not hearing much air. One more time. We'll see what she does.
Pump again. Damn dogs.
Oh, they're fine. Neighbor's probably coming.
Probably. She was walking her dog again.
Huh. No air. All right. Snug. All right. We're on to the front.
Alrighty. No, then.
And now we got Mariah on the front. And I can't see very well up here. But she's going to call the instructions.
Pump it. Did you pop?
Brooklyn's going to say, okay. Okay. You're going to loosen. Oh, you got to go. Okay. You got to go the other way. You're tightening it. There you go. Holy crap. You got a lot of air. Now back down. All right.
Okay. Pump.
Mariah says she's done this before, so she probably has, knowing her stepdad and her brother.
Are you good? Yeah, you're good.
All right. Not a lot of air. One more time. Tighten her up. Pump it. I wish I had a better view.
You're good.
Oh, yeah. Tighten her up. Oh, no. There you go. She's give it a good snugging. That's good. All right, we'll go to the other side.
Make us up, pump.
All right. Tighten it up.
Okay.
So you know what you're looking for. You're not even looking.
I can't see it.
Reach your head over.
You're good.
So when you loosen it, you're watching for air pockets, or air bubbles. So when you loosen it up, watch for air or big spurts like Brooklyn was getting. There wasn't much there. So one more time and it should be good.
You're good.
I didn't see any air there. Did you see any? Perfect. Tighten her up. And wonderful. And just like that, these girls did a wonderful job bleeding the brakes and learning something. And got a little dirty, you know, because we said Brooklyn, right? The camera's backwards. Brooklyn is dyeing her hair, and then we're going to hose her off with the garden hose outside. That was the agreement. I don't think Brooklyn told Mariah that, but we're going to hose her off with the garden hose. So,
It's gonna be cold water anyways.
but I figured it'd be fun for the girls because at the end of the day, now they can both say they worked on a 57.
I'm what?
Yeah, 57 T-Bird. So that was fun. We'll get back into more tomorrow. Well, no. I can't do much more until Thursday. I got a fuel line that broke on it, so I got to fix that on Thursday-ish. But I can get the wheels on, or the girls can get the wheels on. we'll see. But there's more to do, more fun to have. So we'll see you guys later, and you have a good one. Well, we now have a running, driving, and stopping on its own 57 Thunderbird. I've been dinking around with it. Replaced the fuel line that was broke. Did some adjusting. Readjusted the brake shoes. Tighten them up a little. And moving around the driveway and stuff, getting a feel for it. And you'll never guess. The radiator sprung a leak at the bottom. It's got a little rot in the bottom. Needs a new radiator. Great! And I thought she was ready to go. Stops pretty decent. Not exactly sure how a 57 Thunderbird's supposed to stop, but hit the brakes, she stops. But now radiator, what in the world? Didn't leak before. I don't know if it just moving it around built pressure and poof. I don't know. So now I gotta find out what we're doing. Radiator, wait for that. Probably. So I suppose I get back to work. Leave that sit outside for a little while and do its thing. I get too much other stuff to take care of. Kind of a crappy day, but I'm like 52 degrees, brr. But I'm gonna get back to work and wait and see what we got going on here. So the Thunderbird seems to be ready to go. New radiators in, everything's together. That was done earlier in the week, but I was just making sure we weren't gonna have any more fluid leaks. Brakes are working well. They need to get kind of broke back in. Been sitting 36 years. But she's running. I'm gonna see about taking it on a run. Just around town a little bit. And see how she wants to act before we get a hold of the owners. See if they want to come pick the old girl up, take her for a little trip. I got my brother, he wanted to take it for a little cruise. My niece wanted to ride along, so she could say she rode in a 57 Thunderbird. It is a little smoky out of the one side, but it just needs to be driven. Clear the cobwebs out of her. 36 years off the road. She sure looks cool. Boy, does that look cool. Yeah, it really just needs to be drove, you know, those old cars. So I told him to putz her around town and stuff and see what she does. We'll see when he comes back. So I really want to see this thing on the highway, but I want the owners to do that. I don't want, you know, something to happen. You know, you never know. You know, can't trust other drivers. So I'd like the owners to get over and give this thing a try. So we'll have to wait for that. They are very busy people. So we'll see. I'll get a hold of them. Maybe they'll be able to swing by today. Had rain lately, that affects their work, so they end up working a lot more. But we'll see. I'll see if I can get them here today. See if they want to, you know, take her home. We'll see. And it's back. Seems as though everything's working fine. I hope. And get word from my brother. Bonus, all lights work, blinkers work, everything works on it. You can shut it off. Oh, what did you think? Huh? What? Don't like driving it? Why?
A, too small. B,
Too small.
brake pedals are all the way down. And I'm assuming the tires are crap because the whole back end bounces as you're driving.
Oh yeah, well yeah, it's been sitting. Those are from 1972. So,
Cool to drive.
Rio, what'd you think sitting in the thing? Pretty pretty cool. It's tiny in there. Huh?
She likes being able to stretch her legs.
Oh, stretch her legs out. Yeah, it's a tight fit, but
Yeah, it's definitely not bad guy friendly.
no, I have a hard time getting in it. But it looks cool going down the road, so we'll see what we can do. See if we can get the owners here. Yeah, so I quick pulled the car back into the garage because Thomas said the brakes were, like pedal way down and then it'd stop. So just some quick adjustments, readjusted the drums again, and now it's stopping. Like poof, you hit the pedal and she's ready to go. They were just a little off, had to kind of wear back in a little bit, but good to go now. And again, now I gotta wait for the customer, see if they got time to come today. Otherwise, it's fine. I mean, I got that one to get in the shop. You all remember that one, I'm sure. And get a hold of the customer, see what they want to do with this. I think I got it figured out. The transmission shifting weird, but I think I got it. And then, yeah, I'm hoping to get this one out of here because we got more to come, and I want to see them take this down the road and, just kind of work some things out with her, let her go, engine. Like I keep saying, it just needs to go down the road a little bit. Boy, this is a cool looking car though. Looks way cooler out on the road than it does sitting in my shop. I could tell you that, but, well, you've just seen that. So I'm going to see if we can get the customers here today. And I wish the weather was nicer, but it'll be okay. We'll see what we can do. I love it. Finally, get this thing going down the road for them.